Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here once again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another RTB retro review. So, when you think of Eddie Murphy, what comes to mind in terms of his films? Do you think of Beverly Hills Cop, The Nutty Professor, his character Donkey from the movie Shrek? Those are the things that are usually mentioned to me when I ask what comes to mind when you think of Eddie Murphy in his movies. But you know what? I don't hear a lot of the movie I'm doing a review today of, the Daddy Daycare movie. Yeah, that's right. A lot of people really don't mention that movie, and to me, in my opinion, it's probably one of his most underrated movies that he's ever done. Honestly, I kind of wish he did the sequel, Daddy Daycare, because heard they got Cuba Gooding Jr. and other actors, and heard they did awful. I was kind of hoping that maybe he'd be a part of that, so maybe fixed. Maybe it's from a script issue or whatever. Maybe he could have gone and fixed it. I don't know. But I heard it was like really bad. Maybe one day I'll watch it since I have a lot of free time. I'll sit down, watch it, and do a review for you guys, so I can tell you why it wasn't as liked as Daddy Daycare. But still, it's like one of Eddie Murphy's really, really, really underrated movies. So it'll be spoiler free, so that way you can go enjoy the movie for yourself. So I'm gonna give you the basic plot synopsis of the movie, and then I'll give you my thoughts. So basically, he works in this office building that trying to promote the next big cereal brand. So he's trying to go the healthy route with it by making a vegetable-based cereal, which right there been like whoop whoop, like red flag, because kids don't like vegetables, and it goes without saying it, because he had like a taste test. Well, they had like mascots like wearing one was a carrot, one was a broccoli, and like they had a taste test for the kids, and ultimately it bombed. Kids were screaming, getting upset, throwing the cereal against the wall. It bombed bad, and it bombed so bad that they fired his entire division that was working on it. That's how badly it bombed. So now he's out of a job, and the only one's really working is his wife. So while he's trying to find work, he's not getting it. It takes a while. They'll try to find work. They'll try to find a place, daycare because he has a son, for daycare for his son. That way he can find work. Problem is, the daycares they have there are just awful, and the only one that's actually good, I say great, is his preppy school, but it's really, really expensive. They can't afford it, especially since he just lost his job. So he thought to himself, hey, I can make a killing in this market. It's like everyone needs a daycare center, and the only one that's out is this preppy one that's very expensive. Maybe I can get into this market. So he decides to open up Daddy Daycare with him and his friend, and to generate some kind of generate a market that's desperately needed. Because I won't spoil what happened, but the places they went to were like, yeesh. I see, and also smart at the same time that he decided to go into business for himself to make one. Originally, one of his friends joins. His friend joins him and promoting it, and another third friend who's kind of geeky character joins as well to help run the daycare. Oh man, it's genuinely a fun movie. It's fun. It's hilarious. No swearing, so it's actually a good family movie to watch for your kids. Also, if you like taking care of kids, or you love taking care of babysitting, taking care of kids, you'll definitely like this movie a lot. But if you're not really into that, then you're not gonna like this movie. But still, it's a good, genuine, fun movie with a moral message to it that I really, really like. Has a lot of funny scenes. Like, one of my favorite scenes, though, looking back, I remember they were showing this movie in high school because they were doing free time, and there was nothing to do. So the teacher had this movie, and there was this one part where he was giving out flyers, because these kids are leaving a karate school lesson, and he was giving out flyers to the parents of the kids, and for some reason, again I know it's a movie, but he gives the flyer to the mom, and the kid just turns around and karate kicks the guy in the balls. Of course, it obviously hurts. Getting kicked right in the nuts. Something from a kid who's taking karate, and I know how. And you know how kids are. Kids don't, when it comes to with their strength, they don't know how to pull back. So she be, oh god, of course that guy fell to the ground in agony. And one dumb kid was like, well, what? Because they're like, they were showing, other scenes of them like passing out flyers from old daddy daycare. But then eventually he cuts back to him still on the floor in agony. And one dumbass kid was like, why is he still on the floor? It shouldn't have hurt that bad. And I'm like, I remember saying, like, dude, she's a little kid that's taking a deadly art called karate. Kids don't know how to hold back. And she kicked him. Yeah, she kicked him in his balls, dude. Think about that for a minute. Then it clicked. He's like, oh. So, yeah, it's going to hurt for a while, man. He's not just going to kick him and be like, oh, that kind of hurt a little bit. It wasn't that bad. You're like, ooh. I mean, come on. I don't know. I guess it never been. I'm guessing he never got hit because all the boys in the class, including me, we cringed. We're like, ooh. I feel you, my dude. Where he's like, he kind of confused and like, why are you still on the floor? I'm like, dude, you never got hit in the ball? Oh god, that's not fun. Trust me, as us guys, we know it don't feel good to get hit there. Believe you and me. And for those of you who never experienced it, don't. It's something you don't want to experience. Trust me. Avoid it at all costs. Anyway, I said that it's a fond memory I had back growing up as a kid. To have that movie, but still, it was like a funny movie with a good message to it. I really enjoy it. I love all the actors. Of course, Eddie Murphy's fantastic. He has his Eddie Murphy charms. I really love him, and I kind of miss him, honestly. I remember when I was watching, I was like, man, he should not only do another movie, at least do another stand-up, man. Especially with the way the way things are politically and how just things are right now in general, to like how things changed. I know you have a lot to say, so I would definitely love to see not only another movie from him, but also like a stand-up from him as well. I would definitely love to see that. Heck, if I could, I would definitely go in person to see what he has to say because he is. I mean, I know whatever show or movie he does, it's gonna sell out, or especially if he does stand-up, it's gonna like sell out because. Cause I heard rumors he might come back. I would definitely like to see him come back. Because I know whatever he's going to host is going to sell out like hotcakes. And if it's here locally, which I doubt, but if somebody comes to Florida, I'll definitely be one of the people there live buying a ticket. But going on backtrack to the movie, I just like how another scene I liked was when like at one point remember like how I mentioned in the beginning of the plot synopsis where like these guys were wearing like vegetables, one carrot, one broccoli to like help promote the cereal. Well, at one point, Eddie Murphy and his big carrot and his big friend, he's kind of a big chubby dude, were like wrestling in the costumes. It was hilarious, and the kids, of course, were cheering them on. And of course, it also shows you, teaches how you take care of how to like the do's and don'ts, how to deal with kids. Because at one point, they give the kids sweets, and no. I remember like my mom, she teaches at a not teaches, but like she babysits kids at a church. And remember one time before she got there, they gave the kids donuts, jelly-filled donuts with iced coffee. Sugar plus sugar equals hyper crazy kids that run around everywhere and just drive you crazy. Like that was a big no. I mean, eventually they're gonna crash, but seriously. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be bad, isn't it? Like, sure enough, them kids are acting like acting buck wild. But going back to the scene with the wrestling, it was like hilarious to like, they were like talking like in those 80s, like how those wrestlers in the 80s and the early 90s did. More in the 80s, like, I'm gonna take you down, brother. Excuse me. I got the corona. I'm just kidding. So you guys, please don't. If you do, please quarantine yourself, guys. Don't be like spreading around being an a-hole. Just saying. At one point, he's like, "I'm gonna take you down, brother. ain't nothing you do to stop me." And it was a funny scene with him and Eddie Murphy. I'm not doing it justice, but still, it was a funny scene. And just overall, the movie was just very funny. It was enjoyable from start to finish. Again, I wish he did, sequels to it. But unfortunately, like I said, they got Cuba Jr. to do the sequel, and of course, unfortunately, it didn't do as well because, again, it's not Eddie Murphy. I mean, nothing against Cuba Jr., and he's a funny guy. Don't get me wrong, but he's not no Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was what made that movie. But overall, it's a good family movie. I cannot recommend it enough. You're looking for a good family movie to watch with your kids without worrying about, swearing or dirty jokes. Watch this movie. I cannot recommend it enough. And you can see why it's such an underrated classic from Eddie Murphy. It's definitely a good watch. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, Rockingtheblade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out. Have a good day. And most importantly, please, 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 be safe.